the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. There he goes, right side. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps in early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people can't expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
For a team that came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. A quick throw, but incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw caught by Olave. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they get man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Diggs.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Justin Fields. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First down, here's Mitchell. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott.
Olave over the middle, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Off the play fake, Prescott. This will be caught by Brown.
And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. The Vikings at 3-7 now in the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Play action now, Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Fields. And that's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Third and goal, here's the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards. That brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Prescott. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get it all the way up to that 5-yard shy midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Running left, here's Mitchell.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Prescott. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A.J. Brown with career touchdown number 60. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, Fields. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that is incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Diggs going in motion right.
To the air again, Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Fields on first down.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Again, Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
Fields trying to throw for it.
Steps away to his left. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
They run over center with Mitchell. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Now set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some...
He's got him in, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On second down, here's the option.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And some space here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line. Crossing over the base.
50 yards now on the ground. Just 7 carries.
This one just picked up through the air. I mean, only about 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Prescott on first down. And he's got Pruitt.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Prescott from the gun.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
To the air again, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I have to think a major focus in the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
He will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Justin Fields
halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Falcons have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A handoff from Mitchell running left.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw is Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon. And you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Prescott. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Prescott off play action. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to get this to the 25. 7 down. That's play. They didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Yes, tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And he stopped immediately there.
Julian Blackman bringing him down.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, How about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Fields throw taken in by Diggs. He's got room past the 30. Down the left sideline.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. All eyes on Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll buy some time right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, there's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Back to throw. Fields.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind him, try to put together another drive. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Atlanta, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass capped in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way and man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1. How could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine. You cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at.